Shavi, are you good? Are you good to do it?
Try.
Okay,
Maybe Shavi drowns. Shavi drowns.
Oh! Doesn't really work. Oh, do my pants are wet now.
I'm losing time again. Try to figure out who I am. Here's the road, let's see how you see.
Alright, guys, welcome back to a special episode of the Nonversations podcast, a Halloween special. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Abdul, and you're here with the boys. We have Jared Hulangama and Shavindra, Bojack Horseman Bandaranaik.
Yeah.
So, boys,
Nay. Bitch.
Shavi, how are you surviving in that, bro?
I
fucking love- I love
it's
the
like,
head.
I think I need to use my hands more because no one can see my face. So,
For reactions.
Dude, I can't stick to my character when you keep doing this shit, Shavi.
the best $10 I've spent, man. I'm gonna use this when I go to the store. Like they say, masks are mandatory. This is my fucking mask.
Bro, it looks fucking cool, bro. I wish I was that creative preparing for this episode.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. But no jokes, the last 2 weeks have been insane, boys. Like from the time we came back, I
It's been
think
beautiful.
we're
It's been
doing.
beautiful.
So before we get to horsing around, this is what we have in store for you guys for this episode.
Is Khabib Nurmagomedov the GOAT of UFC? Barca put up a post saying Messi is the GOAT, and
sounds like
Juventus
that, yeah.
replied,
I don't believe in ghosts shit, dude. Like, and after this experience, I still don't believe in ghosts.
And then at the foot of the bed, there's been this lady with like red eyes and shit. Just
Alright guys, what's been happening the past week? What have you guys been up to? How's it been?
Weeks being good, just watching those, those views go up. Johnny's
It's good,
episode
bro,
was
it's
mad
good.
though. If we came back with that episode, it would have been insane, dude. I feel I would have done much, or not much, but it would have done pretty good.
Yeah, but so much love for the guest also, on top of all that. He's such an amazing person, like a solid character. But how's the prep been like for this episode? What were your ideas heading into this Halloween episode?
I didn't do any of this. Okay, this is all my mom. My mom did all this shit. I'm no makeup guru or whatever. All my mom did.
I wanted to do the whole Bane mask. Shavi, are you alive? I want to check if you're alive, bro. But yeah, I wanted to do a Bane mask, but that didn't work out so well because I was trying out a few, like clothes and socks and trying to like make out the Bane mask, like the Dark Knight mask. My mom comes up to me, she's like, "It looks like you're wearing a thong." So I was like, "Fuck this," I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna do it." I have had this mask for like a while, and I'm just gonna go with this looking like a robber or a Call of Duty ghost at least.
okay. So I want to start this speech by saying I want to thank Jeff Bezos and Amazon for giving me the opportunity of living my dream and finally getting a horse mask. It's ever since I saw it as a little kid, I've always wanted to wear a horse mask, and I finally got the chance. And like, you guys can't see my face, but I'm crying of happiness and also suffocating because it's genuinely hard to breathe in this. So
I hope you lost, bro, the entire episode. I hope you lost the fucking episode, dude.
The end of the episode, Shavi's on the floor like
cuts to me. I'm just like, but like,
Dude, that's so funny, dude. Look at this guy. Dude, do it again, do it again.
I'm not some fucking circus anymore. Do that again.
Oh, that's fucked.
Okay, but wait, did we tell them why we dressed up?
It's Halloween.
Halloween special.
Halloween
special. Halloween
Comes
special
out Monday, that means Halloween was on Saturday. That means we are 2 days late. But happy
Yeah,
Halloween.
at least
Yeah,
we're still in the whole this thing. Sri Lanka usually doesn't give a rat's ass about Halloween, and especially now we're heading into curfew. Also, we're filming right before the curfew is imposed. You know, shit's going down here. It's gonna be fucked for the next few days.
As
maybe
we're
next few
recording this, curfew starts in 1.5 hours. Till
But like the whole thing about visiting the houses and getting candy and shit is so foreign to us. I mean, I've personally never ever done it. Cause
do they do it in Germany though, Shavi?
I think so, yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, I kind of came here late, never really got to experience it.
But they probably
You
don't
were
do
there.
it only in
You were there
Asian
last
countries and
Halloween,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't have friends back then.
Look at you now. You got a horse mask. You get all the friends you need.
I get all the
Bro.
friends, dude. I'm telling you, dude, Tinder match. I put this shit on Tinder matches. There's still none, but I'm still hoping.
You get matched with a stallion, dude.
But
But,
boys, Jason, I have a question for you, bro. Is Khabib Nurmagomedov of the GOAT of UFC?
Dude, I've been a Khabib fighter even during the McGregor Khabib fight, dude. So I support him all the way. But then when
Yeah.
you compare his stats with John Jones's stats, comparing it with the titles and all that shit,
Yeah.
obviously he doesn't have all that. But I think as a whole package, maybe Khabib's better because you don't see John Jones doing as many submissions and getting people out. And also, like, Khabib's lost like 1 or 2 rounds in his entire career. So, out of his whole streak, he has just lost 2 rounds.
Yeah. But like, I'm not a huge fight fan. I don't know much about the fight game. I can't focus with Shavi, dude. I swear. Bro, I swear to God, dude, it's so fucking hard to focus with Shavi. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the fight game. I mean, I would love to be honest. It's so thrilling to watch two people just go at it, fucking brawl it out. And UFC is the most, craziest fucking sport. But I know after watching the last fight, Khabib looks like a dominant motherfucker. To be honest, he
but
looks
he's
so
retiring
dominant
now.
in the game. He's retiring because of his dad, and people say that he won't come back and he's gonna keep to his word. Do you think he's gonna stay out of the fight game?
I think so, dude. He's like a pretty freaking loyal guy. Like, he does whatever he says. Like, he said he's gonna beat Conor McGregor. He beat Conor. He said he's gonna beat JG. He beat JG.
Crazy, bro,
He has been saying he'll beat everyone 29 times, and he was never wrong.
Crazy, bro. He's like a fucking beast, straight up. But what do you think about McGregor, dude, coming back from retirement like a bunch of times? He's just back in and out of the game. He builds so much hype for his fight. He's an amazing fighter, obviously, and so many fans. What do you think about it?
Yeah, no, like, especially because now the title's like vacant and all that stuff, and there are like 5 people on the line. They should just, put another person in and make it like or maybe put another 3 people in and have it like, whole tournament bracket kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it goes like, 4 fights, and then it goes down to whatever people get knocked out, and then they fight for the title. That'd be pretty sick for UFC to do that.
That sounds...
Because they have already got 5 people. I think it's Ferguson, McGregor, Poirier, And if they signed some new guy, I don't know who he is. I don't remember his name, and I think it's JG. So there's 5 people right there. Just need to find another 3 people. Be pretty sick.
That's sick, bro. Shavi, what do you think about El Clasico?
No, I
Real
didn't watch
Madrid
it.
beat
I
Barcelona.
actually have more to say about the UFC fight than El Clasico because I actually watched it with my fellow
You did watch it.
but it's going to be bad.
What did you think about the fight?
I thought it was too fast, dude. It was like proper hyped, and then it was finished in it was over in like 6 minutes. No?
No, but that happens, dude. Like,
That's what we're
from
talking
what I
about.
know, like a lot of times, fights end so fast also. And sometimes fights drag out too long. Like I remember a month, no, maybe like 2 months ago, Jason, there was a fight. I fucking don't know the fighters also properly. But it was the main event of a fight 2 months ago, and it just dragged out the entire time, and there was nothing going on. The ref was
Adesanya versus Romero.
Adesanya Romero, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And there was nothing going on, Shavi, the entire fight. Like the first 2-3 rounds, I guess. I can't remember it right. And then the ref itself is telling them to, people paid money for this fight, go at it to start, and you can hear it on the audio. So that's pretty hilarious, bro. How fights, sometimes take so long and sometimes end really
No, but
fast.
it depends on why it takes so long. It could be, I'm not a big expert on how UFC works, but I know like low kicks get certain amount of points, headshots get
For
certain
points
amount.
also, yeah.
No, what happened in that fight was, so it was challenger versus champion. The challenger just wasn't challenging, dude. So champion was just sitting back and letting him do his thing. He got his points and he was just chilling. If you're a challenger and you don't, go for your opportunity, then obviously the champion's gonna take full advantage of it and sit back and keep his title.
But I heard this Khabib guy, his main game is the ground game or whatever, which is how he won.
Yeah,
he
he's
seems to be a beast.
submission expert. Yeah.
Yeah, so that guy fucking passed out. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. That was nuts, dude.
Speaking of El Clasico and Barca vs Juventus, El Clasico was fun because I watched it with a friend. I'm not a big football fan, but I still enjoyed it. No, I brought this up because of one reason. After the Barca vs Juventus match, Barca won 2-0 and Ronaldo didn't play because he was positive for the coronavirus. All right, you guys must be knowing this more than me, Shavi. At least you. And on the Twitter page after Juventus lost, Barca put up a post saying Messi is the GOAT in Juventus pitch. And Juventus replied, tweeted back saying, you don't know who the real GOAT is, something along the lines of that. You will see at Camp Nou.
The real GOAT has played on the Juventus pitch or something like that. No?
Yeah, something about, it's just pity feud, just to rile the audience up. But that's fun shit, bro. When you see stuff like that, just entertainment, even within the official pages or the official accounts and shit. How are you guys gonna drink water during the episode?
What do you reckon?
Shavi, I gotta do it.
Right.
Okay,
Shavi drowns. Shavi drowns.
Oh shit. Hey man, it actually kind of works. Oh! Doesn't really work.
Shit, dude.
I order my pants are wet now. This is no longer a podcast. This is turning into YouTube.
A freak show.
It's a freak show.
Do you guys follow that page, the Nerf Boys? Or do you all watch their videos?
I did
Yeah,
see what
sorry.
happened with them. They appeared in his rally, right?
Yeah, no, they had an insane last few weeks or days or whatever. They were the only guests at the last UFC fight. And then they went to Trump's rally and then they were playing YMCA, and while Trump was on stage, they were dancing to it, dude. they're like the craziest guys on YouTube.
They're the craziest guys on YouTube. That's what I've
like
heard
right
too.
now, dude. They put some pretty funny shit up.
Bro, the messed up things, I actually don't watch them, bro. I feel like everyone watches them.
I don't watch
But
them.
you have not, or have... I can't tell.
I am not.
Okay.
They're pretty good. You guys should watch them.
Hey, but I want to ask something. When you guys were small, what were like the few, I mean, like your personal experiences with like ghosts and stuff, or scary beings in your place? Like when you're small, you know, when I was small, my mom used to tell me if I do bad things, you know, that this dude's gonna catch you. I don't know. Like, did you guys have a guy like that, or like
I don't know whether it's an experience. I think it was a paranormal encounter, but I don't know. So we used to live back, I think, 2 houses before we moved into this. We used to live in Talapatpite. 2 houses ago, before we moved into this, we used to live in this place called Talapatpite. It's like a small road, Talapatpite road, a small road in Ugegoda. And I think we used to live in a 3-story house, and my room was on like the second floor. So this was like when I was 13 or 14. So I don't know if it's my like, you know, imagination when I was a kid or something. So in the night, and I had to go to the washroom. So I got up at about 10:30, maybe 11. This was like a school night. So I went to sleep early. I think I went to sleep at like, what time was my bedtime when I was in school? Let's just say 8. I went to sleep at 8.
okay?
And maybe I woke up at around 10:30, 11. I went to the washroom, and it's my layout of my house is like this. It's like my room. It's a straight hallway, first left, and the toilet's on the right. So
Okay.
I go down the hallway and I take the first left before I take the right to go to the washroom. So
Yeah.
as I turn to the left, in that small corridor before I turn to the right, I see this like full out figure of this kid, dude. Like maybe he was up to like here if I'm standing.
Yeah.
I have a kid just standing there. Like I couldn't see anything. Like it was just like an outline of a kid. Like I couldn't see the face. I couldn't see, and it looked like a kid with like wearing maybe a school uniform or some shit.
Yeah.
And dude, I just like that was the first like I don't believe in ghosts shit, dude. Like even up to now, even after this experience, I still don't believe in ghosts and all that shit. But like, after I saw this, there was like it hit me hard. So I like ran straight to my mom's room. I like told my mom, I was almost crying. I told her I think I saw a kid in the hallway. My mom said, "What's wrong with you? How old are you? Can you go back to sleep?" That was what my mom said. So like, after she said something like that to me, and I actually see something like this, how can I believe in ghosts, dude? So that was like my story. Like ever since that day, I make sure before I go to sleep, I went to the washroom so I don't wake up in the night and go to the washroom, dude. Oh, crazy story, but yeah, that was my paranormal encounter.
No, but that's like one of the craziest shit that I think people generally see. I mean, if I saw something like that, bro, I'll freak out for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
'Cause,
dude, it's super trippy because especially if you don't like believe in this shit at all, like, and you see something like this, you don't know what to believe anymore, dude. Like, you start questioning like whether this shit's real or not.
It is scary to think about it. Like I told you, you know, if I saw some shit like that, I would freak the hell out, bro, for the rest of my life. I'll have memories, you know, PTSD, trauma, dude, it's gonna fuck me up. I don't know, Shavi, do you have any stories?
No, dude. Even though I've been like someone who actually believes in ghosts, I don't think I've actually had like personal encounters. It was always like one of my cousin sisters would always, when we were younger, tell us stories of shit that would happen. Like, for example, apparently it was bad for you to eat like fried stuff outside in the night.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then there are these spirits called Pereto, which mean like translates like greedy people. So apparently one time someone, like I think one of our uncles or someone, apparently he had a barbecue outside alone, and then after he had come back and he was going to go to sleep, and he settled into bed, and then he'd woken up because he felt like someone was watching him. And then at the foot of the bed, there's been this lady with like red eyes and shit just staring at him. And I'm not the best storyteller, so it was not like the way she told it was terrifying. And like, if you imagine, like it's dark and
Bro,
shit.
that
and
story is fucked up, bro. Like, I feel like I have a bit of imagination. And low-key, it does me wrong, when you tell me stories like this.
Yeah, dude. Like, especially like, I think the biggest problem for me is also the fact that my imagination starts running wild, especially in the
Bro,
dark.
exactly, dude. I think that fucks like it is the how you define fear, Shavi. There's a way to define it now. The amount of like you are most afraid when you imagine the worst or some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like you can scare yourself more than
Anyone else
can.
Because
Because
you
of
know what you're
imagination.
most terrified of.
Yeah,
So
and that's
do
like
you
scariest
guys
thing.
do you guys have that thing like where so Shavi, you have this whole imagination thing in the dark and all that stuff, like especially when you're sleeping, like do you have that thing like if you cover yourself you feel like you're protected against anything?
That's for sure, bro. Just imagine sleeping, keeping the door open. Like I would hate to sleep with the door open, bro. That is one of my worst fucking fears. Like if I wake up middle of the night and my door is slightly open and I can see this darkness outside, bro, that will keep me awake and that will scare the shit out of me, dude. Like stuff like that, I feel like terrifies me the most. Like if I wake up in the morning, if I wake up middle of the night, my cupboard's half open or the
Dude,
curtain
that
blinds
happened.
are. Sorry?
Like this cupboard was once open, and I don't remember opening that cupboard. It's fucking scary. I don't know what was happening there.
Do you guys remember that one like time period in Sri Lanka? They had that whole what's a grease devil thing going on.
Grease yaka.
Yaka.
Dude, that shit was mad scary.
That's like a
and
funny.
freaking-
That's a funny Sri
Bro.
Lankan twist on like a horror story, bro.
Imagine some guy in Greece tries to rob a house. How will you freaking react? Like this guy is covered in grease. Like I don't know, dude. Like in my mind, I picture like this guy just wearing an underwear, just covered in like maybe black grease or something, like robbing you. Like what the how like that's how I imagine it. To imagine actually seeing that shit.
That's
Uh,
I think that's
that's
low-key
scary.
funny, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think it was that scary. What was scary was the Mohini scene, no? Like Mohini was a proper story.
You mean the teacher in school? What are you
No.
talking
Mohini is not the
Throwback to when we were in school. Throwback to Lyceum. Oh god, Jay. Bro, I only know her as Mohini, bro. I apologize.
but the actual story with Mohini is apparently like when you're driving alone down like a lonely road, you come across this lady in a white sari holding a baby. And there's like this here, there's like different variations, but one of them is basically it says she'll like try to get you to stop and ask for help. And since she has a baby and everything, like people tend to say okay. And so she will get into the back seat with the baby, and you'll be driving. And then what people like, they look in the rearview mirror and they can see her eating the baby. And then they freak out and like, I don't know, crash or whatever. And then suddenly, after they crashed or whatever, they look again in the back seat and she's not there and she's in the front seat. And then she attacks you and yeah.
Abdul, like straight up, okay? Say you never heard this story, and like I know you like
Bro, I didn't.
drive a lot and all that shit.
But I didn't hear the story. Keep going.
So like you start like you're driving in the night or some shit, and then you actually see a lady holding a baby. Like, would you like she wants to help? Would you stop and give her help? Like, legit question. Wearing white.
Don't do this to me, bro.
She looks
camera.
normal. She looks like a normal person. Like it's just a yes or no answer. She looks like a normal person wearing fully white. You never heard this story.
Yeah.
And she's holding a child and she wants like a lift or she wants to stop or something. Would you stop?
Bro, I'm gonna tell the fucked up truth. I won't stop. I'll speed past her, and I'll probably just phone the cops on her, bro. I'll just tell some chick is holding a baby in this street. You know, I'm out. You know, good luck. Or some shit like, bro. I can't do like, especially this kind of shit, bro. I can't deal with this kind of shit. Like, especially these imagination run stories. Like, whenever I drive in at night now, I'm gonna be thinking about this sorry looking lady. Sorry, lady. And,
Dude, what is
this
fear
kid-
Abdul for you? Like while you're driving, you're scared to look in the rearview mirror because you're scared you'll see someone in the backseat.
God damn it, man. You're telling me the more shit that I should be scared of, you know. Bro, even now, like, I'm in the hall of my house and there's like a lot of space everywhere. It's just freaky, bro. No joke.
Yeah, I can't even see anything. I'm just glad I can see the background. Otherwise, I can really feel like someone's behind me.
No, bro.
I'm happy I can see my entire room, dude. I'm in like a
Oh,
corner
you're in the
room, so I
back
can
of the room. That's the end of the Halloween special episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the love. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like and hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next week.